Hello and welcome back. Now we're going to show you how to dig your pit and what tools to use. So ideally an archaeologist trowel would be good because it does a nice flat surface, but you can use whatever tools you have in the garden. So here we have Anders showing you how it works just using a normal garden trowel. Can you hold up the garden trowel, Anders? So do make sure that you check through the soil to make sure you haven't missed any little finds, and if you've got some clumps of earth, just sort of squash it between your fingers. Well, one of you can do this while one of you does digging. Do watch yourselves in the sun, don't forget sun cream, hats, look after yourselves, plenty of water.
I've just found this. It's a nice piece of flower pot.
So there's our pot of layer 1 finds, and here we have a bucket for layer 2 finds. We've got something we're not sure if it's a find yet, if it's stone or pot, so we'll pop that in and then we'll wash it afterwards.
We've got our first bit of china.
Hold on.
And also possibly a bit of firecrack flint, which we'll wash later.
Cool, thank you. Anders, how deep are you going to dig?
Well, maybe as deep in a day.
As deep in a day? As deep as you can dig in a day?
As deep as I can dig in a day.
Or if you get to something solid that you can't
yeah.
dig through. Or just until you've had enough.
To keep it nice and straight. And if you keep it nice and straight, you can then see the layers more clearly. So you can see this is our first layer here. This is our sort of turf and topsoil.
Okay.
Now we're going into our stony layer here.
And this layer that we're coming onto is very clear and distinctive. You can see the bright change in colour, but still think it's fairly modern because of these bits of fragments of breeze block that are coming up. So I'm guessing by the date of the construction of the house we're looking at a 1979 layer here.
So this stone, I think, is a nice big piece of breeze block, which is the stuff they would have made the sort of core of our house walls from.
Beautiful.
Bottle glass. This is a piece of shell, which is in our third layer again. So with our breeze block, our beer, we now have shell. So maybe they were eating shellfish.
Can you turn it over?
Drinking beer and building buildings.
Scallops?
Maybe scallops, yeah. Evening YACs, after a long day in the pit, we've got down to what I think could be the natural. That's the layer that hasn't been exposed before, or perhaps affected by people and other activities going on. So this is a very hard clay. Very, very hard. As you can see, it took me sort of a couple of hours to dig this far, and then an hour just to dig this bit out. So it's a very hard clay, and we're going to stop there.
Excellent.